happening, peeps? It's your boy, the Boxing Lowdown, and I'm back here with another video. Now, as always, people, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Feel free to drop a comment if you like, and I'll happily get back to you. Now, the lightweight division is heating up, people, man. The WBC have answered Shakur Stevenson's calls. If you remember, I dropped a video on this last week about Shakur Stevenson requesting the WBC to put him in a mandatory position so he could challenge Devin Haney for that particular title. There was back and forth going ahead between the two on social media after Devin Haney did offer Shakur Stevenson a contract to fight him, but the terms of that particular contract were met with scrutiny, to say the least. The purse split was swiftly rejected by Shakur Stevenson and his team. They then went to the WBC, as I said in that video last week, and have really leveraged to push them to put himself as the mandatory challenger, because he wasn't originally the mandatory challenger, Shakur Stevenson, to Devin Haney's belt. But the WBC have answered his calls and never approved of Shakur Stevenson's request to become the mandatory for Devin Haney. Now Devin Haney's got a decision to make, because he's got a few days to respond to this and confirm what he's going to do. Is he going to stay at lightweight and defend his title, or is he going to move up to 140 pounds as projected and take on Regis Prograis for the WBC title? Let's see what happens here. I reckon it will be the latter. I think that Devin Haney will push towards fighting Regis Prograis in October, November, as planned. So Shakur Stevenson may get a free run at the belt, or I'm presuming he'll face another challenger for that belt. I'm not sure who that will be. Maybe it'll be Lomachenko. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, my thoughts on this is that, yeah, we saw the WBO do this with Teofimo Lopez. They literally put a deadline on him to confirm what he was going to do, whether he was going to keep the belt or whether he was going to retire, as he said he did. Now the WBC are following suit and are putting it on Devin Haney to provide him with a timeline and confirm what he's going to do. Is he going to stay at 135, or is he going to move up to 140? Me in particular, I mean, he was entertaining that fight with Shakur Stevenson, but I reckon he should move up to 140. It seems like he's been boiling himself down to that weight. And, you know, I remember him at the weigh-in for that Kambosos fight, man. I think it was the first one. He looked terrible. Absolutely terrible, Devin Haney did. He's clearly struggling to make the weight now. He's become undisputed down there. It is an attractive division still, but there are attractive fights to be made at 140 as well. You've got Teofimo Lopez, who is now continuing to fight. You've got Regis Prograis up there. You've got Adam Catterall up there. You've got good fights that could be made at 140, and Devin Haney could swiftly put himself back into title contention by moving up in weight and fighting for that belt. Him and Regis is a very good fight, man. It's an attractive fight. It will be a fun fight, and I'd like to see it. But Shakur Stevenson, if the case, he could make a run at that belt, and he could push himself to become undisputed lightweight champion, man. Like, there are still great fights for him there to be made. And he's only just moved up in weight, so he's not going to follow suit and go to 140. So let's see what happens, man. I mean, there's Frank Martin at the weight. Javante Tank Davis, he's just come out of jail. Will he stay at 135, or will he fight at 140? So there are attractive fights to be made in both divisions, but I just don't see Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney getting it on next. I think that Shakur would have to move up again to 140 for that fight to happen. I'll be surprised if Devin Haney chooses to stay at 135. I reckon he's going to move up. It looks like that's the case anyway. I mean, if you see on Twitter and everywhere else, they are talking about moving up in weight. So let's see what the official statement is from Devin Haney and his team. I'll be keeping a close eye on it. The WBC have imposed a deadline to let them know what's going to be going on. So let me know your thoughts on this, guys. Do you think this is a duck from Devin Haney to Shakur Stevenson? Or do you think that this was always in the running anyway? And, you know, it's just good timing that the WBC have said this now, while Devin Haney was always planning to move up. Let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section below, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video.